And one person who was among the thousands of people here at Southbank was our reporter Renee Henry. She is a little sunburnt for her efforts today. Renee, were you surprised by the turnout?
I am sunburnt, Georgie, and I'm sure thousands of others will be tonight as well. Many who arrived from the early hours of the morning, they camped out just to get prime position. I spoke to many of them while we were waiting, and many just spoke about being so proud to be standing here. I mean, 9 months ago, we would have been standing in water, but Southbank has bounced back. By the time the Royals arrived, it really was standing room only, everyone crammed in.
And Her Majesty certainly took her time making her way on that short walk to QPAC, didn't she?
She certainly did. I understand she might have even run a tad over in her schedule. Today was by far her biggest reception during this visit to Australia, and it seemed she really wanted to show her appreciation of that.
The most keen arrived as early as 3 a.m.
I've never ever seen the Queen, so I'm really amazed.
But it wasn't long before they were joined by thousands crammed into Southbank.
Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I'm going to make the most of it.
Picture perfect, so different to 9 months ago.
The work they've done is amazing and it looks fantastic.
Tradies made the most of their positions, but being on the ground came with atmosphere.
Probably the first and last time I'll ever see her.
My mum let me have a day off school and...
At last, all that patience paid off. A brief moment with civic leaders, then children selected from the crowd, a little guard included.
Do you think you might be famous now?
Yes.
Her Majesty took her time, smiling and stopping for as many as possible.
The crowds were at least a dozen rows deep, people standing on their tippy toes, holding their cameras above their heads, whatever it took just to get a glimpse.
Just the top of it.
The excitement too much to bear for little ones.
I gave her my lovely picture and she said that thank you.
And fans who were children in 1954.
Have my memorabilia that I bought, that we were given that day, and she came across and had a look and she said, "Oh, very long time," and I said, "Yes." And
whether it was the royalty or the heat, it was all a bit overwhelming for some.
She looked into my eyes and she had the most beautiful smile out.
The epitome of class and dignity.
She's absolutely beautiful and worth waiting 5 hours for.
The Queen made it her motive to visit Brisbane after a summer of disasters.
Good sense of pride, you know, to see everybody down and how we've rebuilt, so...
It was hoped her visit would boost spirits after a tough year.
It boosts my morale.
Sounds like she did exactly that. Renee Henry, 10 News.